हरे कृष्णा। ओम अज्ञानतिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सैगं रघुनाथपितं तं सजीवं सावधेतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सैगं ललिता श्री विशाखा हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तत्व कांचन गौरांगी राधा वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय वंशाकं तरुणवसे कृपा सिंधुवे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सॉरी वंशाकं ओके। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर सेवा साधी गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे।
हरि बोल। थैंक यू वीरू। ये पूरा महीना आप ही करेंगे ना?
हाँ
यस, फिर आपको याद हो जाएगा, लेकिन अगले महीने की बुकिंग अभी से ले लो।
ठीक है। अभी नेक्स्ट आपने नेहा का बोला है, उसके बाद हम करते जाएंगे।
That's right. And similarly in Srimad Bhagavatam, Anjali is doing that seva nicely for the gratitude exercise from everyone. I have yet to. Is the recording posted for the Bhagavatam class, the last one?
Yes.
Because I want to hear the gratitude of Anjali. मैंने सुना नहीं है.
It is posted.
And she had expressed her gratitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anji?
Yeah, आपका gratitude मैंने सुना है. It was recorded, I guess. All right. So, which verse are we on?
29.
Okay. YG. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
I've realized that since YG is doing the job, everybody has become laid back. है ना? So, जितने हम verses करते हैं, आप लोग फिर कब करोगे verses chant? So, YG will do the first, and then I like the way Gopi Manohar Prabhu does. वो 2 word बोलते हैं, isn't it, YG?
Yeah.
2 words बोलते हैं, उनके पीछे फिर बाकी सब वो बोलते हैं.
Right.
So all of you have to chant the verse. So YG, do it the way Gopi Manohar Prabhu is doing. We'll all repeat after you.
Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. So 6.29. Sarva bhutastam atmanam.
Sarva bhutastas atmanam.
Sarva bhutani chatmani.
Sarva bhutani chatmani.
Ikshate yoga yuktatma.
Ikshate yoga yukta atma.
Sarvatra samadarshanaha.
Sarvatra samadarshanaha.
A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere.
Okay, so Krishna is continuing about Gyan Yoga. Difficult to do, very difficult. तो लेकिन वो पहले ज्ञान योगा की ही इंट्रोडक्शन दे रहे हैं, उसके बाद he'll come to Bhakti Yoga. So he's saying that a Krishna conscious yogi is the perfect seer because he sees Krishna in everybody's heart as Paramatma. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam हृदय देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति. हृदय देशे मतलब हृदय, हार्ट के एरिया में रहते हैं परमात्मा. मतलब There was a big debate in the medical circles that if there is a soul in the body, तो वो body के किस organ में रहता है? बड़ी research की. Ultimately, they reached to the conclusion जो हमारे शास्त्रों में पहले ही लिखा है, that the soul is not in your leg or hand or even in your throat, जहाँ से आप सांस लेते हो, ना ही वो आपकी बुद्धि में है. Paramatma has not chosen these places to reside. He has chosen the area of your heart, Riddhi Deshe, to stay. And that's where our spirit soul is as well. So the Lord in his Paramatma feature is situated within both the heart of the dog and that of a Brahmin. So dog or Brahmin सिर्फ ड्रेस है, ड्रेस उतार दो तो अंदर दोनों की क्वालिटी सेम है. This is such a profound statement, is it not? We cannot then demean even the dog, because हो सकता है कि वो वाली ड्रेस हमें मिल जाए अगली बार. Who knows? Because it's just a dress. So the perfect yogi knows that the Lord is eternally transcendental and is not materially affected by his presence in either a dog or a Brahmin. Paramatma kyun hai? He is even in the heart of the worm of a stool. It is so difficult to accept this fact, is it not? But jo bhi living entity hai. Why living? Jad and Chetan both. Chetan means living, Jad means non-living. He is in both. So he is in the lowliest of worms as well. And he is in the mountains and trees as well. क्यों ऐसे बोल रहे हैं? Why? He is not affected by his presence. ये तो ड्रेस है ना, कि कीचड़ में है या अमृत में है, कहाँ पे भी है. He is transcendental. He is not affected as a Paramatma. वो किसी की भी body में. This is the neutrality of the Lord. This is his greatness. He is like wax. वो कभी गंदे नहीं होंगे, चाहे वो कितनी भी गंदगी वाले लिविंग बीइंग्स के हार्ट में रहते हो, उनकी बॉडी में रहते हो, लेकिन वो गंदे नहीं हो सकते. So the individual soul is also situated in the heart, but he is not present in all the hearts. ये फर्क है. हमारी जो आत्मा है वो केवल हमारे ही हार्ट में है, दूसरों के हार्ट में नहीं हो सकती, हमारे फैमिली मेंबर्स के हार्ट में नहीं हो सकती. लेकिन ईश्वर जो है वो अपने अंदर तो है ही, लेकिन वो बाकी सबके साथ भी हैं. That is why he is great and we are not. This is the distinction between the individual soul and the super soul. Now you understood the difference between Atma and Param Atma. Param Atma मतलब वो और सब जगह भी जा सकती है. हम नहीं है, हमारा लिमिटेड है. One who is not factually in the practice of yoga cannot see so clear. ये दृष्टि जो है इसको शास्त्र चक्षु कहते हैं. देख तो सभी को रहे हैं इंसान. Everybody can see dogs on the street, cats, human beings, but they don't have this shastra chakshu to see the commonality between both of them. ये केवल scriptures ही आपको ये vision दे सकते हैं, isn't it? गीता पढ़ने से पहले हमारा ये विजन था नहीं, ऐसा दृष्टिकोण था पंडितः समदर्शिनः नहीं. थियोरेटिकली, अभी तो हम प्रैक्टिकली तो इस लेवल पे है ही नहीं, but even theoretically we did not have this understanding, that the Lord is in the heart of a ant also and in my heart also. The same Lord, he is in both the places. Okay, so this is yoga. Shastra Chakshu, reading the Shastra, living according to Shastra is also yoga, Bhakti yoga. So only a yogi can have this supreme knowledge or this technical know-how. इसको कहते हैं ना, not everybody is IT friendly or internet friendly, computer friendly. It's a technical issue, है ना? It's a technical knowledge. So अभी हम जो discuss कर रहे हैं, this is spiritual knowledge. Not everybody is spiritual savvy. So only bhakti yogis have that technique. A Krishna conscious person can see Krishna in the heart of both the believer and the non-believer. एथीस्ट के हार्ट में भी विराजमान है, नास्तिक के हार्ट में भी है. It's not that he says, oh, this guy doesn't believe in me. He spends all his energy in trying to prove that I don't exist. So let me not reside in his heart. No, he's in his heart also. In the Smriti, this is confirmed as follows. Atatanvach cha matravach cha atma hi paramo harihi. The Lord, being the source of all beings, is like the mother and the maintainer. As the mother is neutral to all different kinds of children, the Supreme Father or Mother is also neutral to everyone. Consequently, the Super Soul is always in every living being. है ना? दुष्ट से दुष्ट बच्चा भी हो, तब भी माँ उसको कभी अबैंडन नहीं करती. Isn't it? संजय दत्त का एग्जाम्पल आ जाता है मेरे सामने. वुमनाइजर, ड्रगिस्ट, अल्कोहल, वुमन हंटर, अल्कोहलिक, टेररिस्ट के साथ उठना बैठना, आर्म्स, AK-47 लेना, yet neither his mother nor his father abandoned him till the end. वो उसको नर्चर करते रहे. Similarly, the Lord does not give up even on his atheistic children, even those who say, you are not my father, I don't want to come to you. He still does not abandon them. Still, लोग कहते हैं भगवान बड़ा क्रूर है, उन्होंने तो कोरोना करवा दिया, उन्होंने तो इतने लोगों को मरवा दिया सुनामी में. This is just ignorance. As Prabhupada says, poor fund of knowledge. Their knowledge is very poor. That is why they have this kind of grievance against him. Outwardly also, every living being is situated in the energy of the Lord. As will be explained in the 7th chapter, the Lord has primarily two energies. Spiritual, which is superior energy, and material, which is inferior energy. So it's called Bahiranga and Antaranga. Bahiranga is the material energy, inferior energy. The living entity, although part of the superior energy, is conditioned by the inferior energy. So the living being entity is always in the Lord's energy, and every living entity is situated in him in one way or the another. So we are the tatastha energy. We are in between inferior and superior. Superior energy क्या है? उनकी अंतरंगा शक्ति, जिनसे राधा रानी and all the gopas and gopis have manifested. Balram has manifested. All these different incarnations and expansions are manifested from his internal energy. Or we are on the marginal energy, the jiva. Why? Because he has a choice. Where do you want to go? Superior or inferior? Choice is ours. The yogi sees equally because he sees that all living entities, although in different situations, according to the results of fruitive work, in all circumstances remain the servants of God. While in the material energy, the living entity serves the material senses. And while in the spiritual energy, he serves the Supreme Lord directly. In either case, the living entity is the servant of God. This vision of equality is perfect in a person in Krishna consciousness. Basically, those who have more knowledge than those who have less knowledge should show compassion to those who have less knowledge. Yahi hua na? What is Krishna consciousness? You receive the knowledge from the Guru Parampara and the Shastra, and then you pass it on to those who don't have this knowledge. That's compassion, and that's Krishna consciousness. This is the crux. So, मतलब ultimately सेवा आपने करनी ही है, या माया की करोगे या आप परमात्मा की करोगे. Yes, Anjali.
I did not understand this last sentence. This vision of equality is perfect in a person. Vision of equality, matlab? कि both whether atheist or non.
A true yogi, read the translation of the verse. A true
Okay.
yogi observes me in all the beings. And he also sees every being in me.
Me. Okay.
लेकिन ये विजन किसका होगा? Only Krishna conscious person का. नहीं तो आप, there will always be distinction. ये अच्छा, ये बुरा, ये मेरा, ये तेरा, ये भगवान के, ये भगवान के नहीं है, सब भगवान के. Only a self-realized person sees me everywhere. And who is a self-realized person? Krishna conscious person. Self-realization का मतलब ही है to acknowledge that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and he is the master and I am his servant. जिसका ये vision है उसी को ये समझ में आ सकती है. मतलब you and me, all of us are only on a theoretical level right now. We can't even have this kind of work. But at least theoretically तो हमें समझ में आ रहा है. Just because we are reading this or I am reading this to you does not mean that we have this vision. We haven't reached there yet. But at least we are understanding it, hearing it, acknowledging it, and trying to follow the process to acquire it. This is the difference. Not that we are Nitya Siddhas. You know, just because I'm a practicing devotee, initiated, practicing for 10 years. So I have understood everything, or I have reached the samadhi level. No, we are all on a journey. We are all practicing devotees, but at least we are practicing devotees. We have agreed to come under the guidance of the Shastra. That's a Krishna conscious person. Okay?
माता जी, ये आपने एक बताया मटेरियल एनर्जी वाहिरंगा, दूसरा कौन सा था जो कृष्णा कॉन्शियस वाला है? उसका क्या हिंदी का नाम है?
अंतरंग.
अंतरंग. ठीक है जी.
अंदर की एनर्जी, बाहर की एनर्जी, दोनों एनर्जीज कृष्ण की ही हैं. मतलब कहने का ये मतलब है जो दुष्ट राक्षस दानव है वो भी कृष्ण के ही हैं. जो नास्तिक हैं, पाखंडी हैं, they are also coming from Krishna only, no? But they're coming from his inferior energy. लेकिन हैं उनके सबके पिता और माता हैं तो कृष्ण ही.
कृष्णा जी. जी.
कांट से कि कहीं और से पैदा हुए हैं, क्योंकि और कोई है ही नहीं. मदर एंड फादर एक ही है सुप्रीम यूनिवर्स का. ओके
जी. थैंक यू मैम.
सो तुम कहाँ गायब हो जाती हो? व्हाई आर यू कमिंग लेट बाय द वे?
नहीं, माता जी मेरे को क्या लगा कि क्लास शुरू नहीं है, पहले मैंने एक बार लॉग ऑन किया, फिर मैं देखा कोई था नहीं, मैं फिर निकल गई बाहर. और फिर जब मैंने
you should stay and you should also respond on the group that you are coming. आपने देखा है ना कि सब मेंशन करते हैं वहाँ पे आई एम कमिंग.
हाँ जी.
का मिसिंग है और ये आपको डालना पड़ेगा हर क्लास.
ठीक है जी.
और अगर आप
मुझे लगा आ रहे हैं तो आ रहे हैं,
उससे
डालना क्या है?
नो दैट विल नॉट डू.
ओके माता
आप
जी.
देखते हैं कि कोई नहीं आ रहा है, प्लीज स्टे. somebody or the other will join.
ठीक है, आगे ध्यान रखूंगी माता जी.
Thank you. So let me show you the $6.29, right? We did this one last time, isn't it? 20, 23, 24, 5, 6, 29. दिख रहा है सबको?
हाँ जी, दिख रहा.
Okay. So this is the vision of a perfect yogi. The Lord is in all beings, and all beings are in him. How so? The supreme neutrality of the Lord who is present in a dog and a Brahmin. Similarly, the living entity always remains in the Lord's energy, either material or spiritual. But he is neutral to both. Same Lord as Paramatma is situated in the heart of a dog and that of a Brahmin. And he is also present, eternally transcendental, not materially affected by his presence in a dog or a Brahmin. ना ब्राह्मण की से वो कुछ है, मतलब nothing affects him, neither the purity of a Brahmin nor the filth of a dog. और कंपैरिजन कैसे किया गया है भगवान का कि वो he is like a mother, जैसे mother is neutral to all the children, similarly he is also neutral to everyone. That's a great quality, is it not? He's not partial. Same Lord is present in the heart of both a believer and a non-believer. Why? Because he is the source of all beings and he is the maintainer of everyone. ये जो vision है, here you can see this yogi, panditah samadarshinaha, a realized yogi. How can you get this vision? Because they are able to look beyond the dress. They are able to look at the real person, which is the spark. You can see this white spark shown in all the bodies. That white spark is the soul in all of them, or the super soul in all of them. So they see, oh, iske bhi haath mein Krishna hai, uske bhi haath mein Krishna hai, sabke haath mein wo unko Paramatma dikh rahe hain, Krishna dikh rahe hain. So he sees everyone being supported by the super soul. That's how he is able to stay non-envious. No envy with anyone. So this is the distinction between the individual soul and the super soul. One who is not factually in the yoga practice cannot see so clearly. ये विजन नहीं आ सकता जब तक आपको शास्त्र द्वारा परंपरागत गुरु, शिक्षा गुरु या वो गुरु नहीं बताए. So this is a nice comparative chart between Atma and Paramatma. Atma मतलब जीवात्मा, all of us, and super soul मतलब maintainer of the जीवात्मा is called Paramatma. सबसे बड़ा फर्क तो यही हो गया. जीवात्मा मतलब जो अपना ध्यान रखता है, परमात्मा मतलब जो सभी जीवात्माओं का. Similarly, soul क्या है? अणु. Just लेश मात्र है, 1/10,000 size of the tip of a hair. ये तो size है उनका. लेकिन सुपर सोल का साइज क्या है? विभू. आज तक कोई नाप नहीं पाया, because he is forever expanding and contracting. So he is infinite, unable to be measured. Atma, soul, is cognizant of one's own body. Cognizant मतलब conscious. उनकी, हम सबको हमारी बॉडी में क्या चल रहा है अच्छी तरह पता है. कहाँ इतना सा भी दर्द हो रहा है हमें पता है, दूसरे को नहीं पता चल सकता. लेकिन जो परमात्मा है उनको अपनी बॉडी का तो पता है, दूसरे के भी बॉडी में क्या चल रहा है, थॉट्स क्या चल रहे हैं, दर्द कहाँ हो रहा है, फीलिंग्स क्या हैं. Everything he is aware, he is cognizant. Soul is a loving servant and super soul is a loving master. This is where 99% of the people गलती खा जाते हैं. Because everybody feels that we are a loving master. हम यहाँ पर lovingly भाईचारे के साथ enjoy करने के लिए आए. Actually, our position is not that of an enjoyer. Similarly, soul innumerable है ना, millions and millions of souls हैं. लेकिन super soul millions and millions of souls की body में रहते हुए भी एक ही है. Just see the signs. Simultaneously present है in all the millions and millions of jivatmas, birds, animals, beasts, human beings, atoms. Yet he is one. है ना? Mind-boggling. Next 30th.
Yo mam pashyati sarvatra.
Preeti,
Yo
repeat
मां
after her.
पश्यति सर्वत्र
Sarvam cha mahi pashyati.
सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
Tasyaham na pranashyami.
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि
Sachame na pranashyati.
तस्मिन् प्रयस्यति
For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I'm never lost, nor is he ever lost to me.
So a person in Krishna consciousness
इति
certainly
सर्वत्र
sees
सर्वं
Krishna
च मयि
everywhere and
पश्यति
sees everything in
तस्यां
Krishna. Such a person will appear to see all separate manifestations of the material nature.
नामि च
But in each and every instance, he
स
is
च
conscious.
मे प्रणश्यति
Can you mute yourself? Knowing that everything is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. Nothing can exist without Krishna, and Krishna is the Lord of everything. This quality was exhibited by Prabhupada. Wherever he went for a morning walk, one time he saw old people sitting and playing cards. And all the devotees that were going on a walk with him, they said, Prabhupada, look, these people are, wasting their time. Prabhupada said, they're trying so hard to forget Krishna. Everything that he saw was connected with Krishna. Because they're wasting their precious time to, enjoy themselves so much that they are going to go further and further away from Krishna. सेवक बनोगे तो कृष्ण के पास आओगे, एंजॉयमेंट में लगोगे तो कृष्ण से दूर चले जाओ, क्योंकि फिर आप उनकी सेवा कह रहे हो कि मुझे नहीं करनी, आपकी सेवा नहीं करनी है, मैं अपनी सेवा में अभी बिजी हूँ. And he had tears in his eyes, tears of compassion. Oh my God, he said, they're trying so hard to forget him. मतलब उनको भूलने के लिए भी बहुत मेहनत लगती है. अगर आप स्वाभाविक रूप से, अगर आप नेचुरल सात्विक जीवन जिए, तो यू कैनॉट फॉरगेट कृष्णा. एफर्ट नहीं चाहिए कृष्णा को याद करने के लिए. तो कृष्ण को भुलाने के लिए भी बहुत उग्र कर्म करना पड़ता है, बहुत ज्यादा, डांस, इंटॉक्सिकेशन, illicit sex, इन सब चीजों में मेहनत लगती है ना. इज नॉट, डजंट कम इजी. वुमन हंटर्स से पूछो कितनी मेहनत लगती है to go hunt a woman, grab her, get her, enjoy her, फिर maintain करो तो उतना रोना धोना. There is a lot of effort even to forget Krishna. It's not easy. So इतनी अगर आप effort कर रहे हो to forget him, why not put that same effort to remember him and serve him? Isn't it? So Krishna consciousness is the development of love of Krishna. A position transcendental even to material liberation. मोक्ष से ऊपर की बात हो रही है. मोक्ष is not considered very high by the devotees. Liberation is actually like poison. Devotees usko, matlab, the acharyas don't even want to touch liberation. It is so inferior. Love of God is superior. Because liberation में relationship नहीं है भगवान के साथ, सेवा नहीं है, उसमें भी मैं ही मैं हूँ. बस मैं फ्री हो गया इस वर्ल्ड से, मैं ब्रह्म ज्योति में पहुंच गया. आगे क्या करना है पता नहीं, बिकॉज किसी के साथ रिलेशनशिप तो है नहीं, सेवा भाव कोई है नहीं. सो दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस सेंटेंस, दैट कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस is a position that is transcendental even to material liberation. Liberation is also material. Moksha is also material. Krishna consciousness usse bhi upar hai. It is spiritual. At this stage of Krishna consciousness, beyond self-realization, the devotee becomes one with Krishna, in the sense that Krishna becomes everything for him. And the devotee becomes full in loving Krishna. हर चीज में, हर relationship में हर सुख में, हर दुख में कृष्ण से ही हर बात जुड़ी हुई नजर आती है. This is Krishna consciousness. So, an intimate relationship between Krishna and the devotee exists. In that stage, the living entity can never be annihilated, nor is Krishna ever out of sight of the devotee. To merge in Krishna is spiritual annihilation. A devotee takes no such risk. Just read this sentence. Devotee does not take this risk. कौन सा risk? कृष्ण में मिल जाने का, कृष्ण के अंदर समा जाना, कृष्ण में लीन हो जाना, ये रिस्क है. डिवोटी ये रिस्क नहीं लेता. कोई
कृष्ण
बताएगा?
की सेवा करनी है इसीलिए
हाँ,
सेवा करते रहना है.
yes. अगर आप कृष्ण में लीन हो जाओगे तो उनकी सेवा कैसे करोगे? उनके बराबर होने की कोशिश करोगे. You want to enjoy Radha then? Just as he is enjoying, I will also enjoy her. Whatever he is enjoying, I will also enjoy. That is why it is poisonous. Such a profound knowledge. Have you heard this knowledge anywhere? इसीलिए हम जो कहते हैं हम ज्योति हैं और वो हम बड़ी ज्योति में लीन हो जाएंगे, is a very low level of low quality of goal of life. डिवोटीज ये रिस्क नहीं लेते. वो तो कहते हैं नहीं जी मैं तो आपका सेवक हूँ, आपके चरणों में जगह चाहिए मुझे, आपके बराबरी नहीं करनी मुझे. I don't want to sit next to you. I want to sit near your feet. Radha Rani will sit next to you. And I want to serve the two of you. Or let me help in making some arrangements so that you and Radha can meet. और मैं कुछ बैकग्राउंड में सेवा कर सकूं आपकी. This is the bhav of a devotee. मुझे गोपी नहीं बनना, मुझे राधा नहीं बनना, ना गोपी बनना है कि मैं आपके बराबर आके आपको एंजॉय करूं रासलीला में. नो. How can I serve you and your रासलीला devotees and your gopis? मुझे घास बना दो, मुझे वहां पे कोई कांटा बना दो तो मैं सेवा कर सकूं. कांटा नहीं, फूल बना दो, कुछ भी बना दो, मुझे कोई गाय बना दो, लेकिन मैं आपकी सेवा कर सकूं. आपकी loving pastimes with the gopas and gopis में मैं किसी तरह आपकी सेवा कर सकूं. This is the goal of a devotee, and this is the highest form, much higher. प्रेमांजन चुरित भक्ति विलोचनेन संतः सदैव हृदेषु विलोकयन्ति यम श्याम सुंदरम अचिंत्य गुण स्वरूपम गोविंदम आदि पुरुषम तम हम भजामि. ब्रह्मा जी कह रहे हैं the first living entity, हमारे पितामह, हमारे ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर जिनसे हम आए, वो कह रहे हैं ये क्या कह रहे हैं? I worship the primeval Lord Govind, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shyama Sundar, situated within the heart of the devotee. So अगर आप उनके साथ मिलना चाह रहे हो, उनके बराबर, मतलब you want to merge in him, this means we are still envious. It's a sign of envy. इतनी बड़ी मानते हैं इसको योगी, तपस्वी, ऋषि मुनि जो वहां पे बैठे हुए हैं इस वक्त भी हिमालय में बहुत सारे योगी हैं. They are envious. कृष्ण में मिलना चाहते हैं वो. So what? अगर आप तपस्या कर रहे हो करोड़ों साल से वहां बर्फ में नंगे बैठे हुए हो, it's not a good goal at all. Devotees consider it nothing. हम तो गृहस्थ आश्रम में रह के माया नगरी के सेंटर में रहकर कृष्ण की सेवक बनने की कोशिश करेंगे. हमें नहीं जाना जंगलों में कोई योगी बनने, क्योंकि उनका गोल है कृष्ण में मिल जाना. Their position is higher. The devotee who is in the middle of Maya, enjoying married life, grihastha ashram, but trying to be a servant of God, his position is higher than that of a yogi who has left everything and gone to be in the jungles or in the mountains to try and become one with God. Is this concept clear to everyone? Devotee is not a small thing. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, my Guru Maharaj always says, Maharaj, what am I supposed to do? Chant, serve Vaishnavas. chant, serve Vaishnavas. Serve these devotees who are following Krishna consciousness. At this stage, Lord Krishna never disappears from the sight of the devotee, nor does the devotee ever lose sight of the Lord. In the case of a yogi who sees the Lord as Paramatma within the heart, the same applies. Such a yogi turns into a pure devotee, and he cannot bear to live even for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself. So जो योगी परमात्मा का दर्शन करना चाहते हैं, अपने हृदय में जो परमात्मा बैठे हैं, through all the yogic postures, pranayam, through all these rituals, it is possible to actually see. In fact, I was reading in the Bhagavatam, the size of the Paramatma is mentioned, 9 inches in the heart. You can actually see him, how he looks. 9 inch ke hote hain in the region of the heart, Hriday Deshe. And the yogis are able to catch a glimpse. But you can only catch a glimpse. You cannot forever have his darshan. ध्रुव महाराज ने भी, प्रहलाद महाराज ने भी जब इन बहुत तपस्या की थी, तो कुछ मिली सेकेंड्स के लिए दर्शन हुए थे परमात्मा के, एंड देन फिर गायब हो गए. एंड देन he was running, okay, I want to hear, I want to see you more. He said, no more, only this much is allowed in this lifetime. Now continue your austerities. Okay, so they are saying that जो योगी ये वाली तपस्या कर रहे हैं, to try to see the Lord as a Paramatma within the heart, he turns into a pure devotee. Gradually, such a yogi will also turn into a devotee who wants not to see the High Lord, but to serve the Lord. Trying to see the Lord also is not going to get us out of here. This is my, when I was reading somewhere along the way, I had this realization that भगवान के दर्शन कर लेना, जैसे नारद मुनि को दर्शन हुए भगवान के when he was here on this earth, that was not qualification to go back home, back to Godhead. सारी दुनिया लगी हुई है, show me God, show me God. हमने भगवान के दर्शन कर लिए. Okay, that's good. अगर आपने भगवान के दर्शन कर लिए, but is that solving your problem of janma mrityu jada vyadhi? Do you think that if you see Krishna once, supposing Krishna यहाँ आ जाते एक बार ISKCON Gurugram में, okay, let me come one day for a microsecond, everybody be present, I will appear. Do you think that by having that darshan we will be able to go back home, back to Godhead? No. He was physically present 5,000 years back. यहाँ थे, सबने देखा, दुर्योधन ने देखा, दुशासन ने देखा, कृतवर्मा ने देखा. Everybody saw him. They were interacting with him. Yet they did not go to Golok. Why? Because कर्म अभी बाकी है. केवल हमारे कर्म ही हमें वहां तक ले जा सकते. केवल उनके दर्शन करने से हमें वीजा नहीं मिल जाएगा. So stop trying to see Krishna, is what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say. Stop trying to see him. Start serving him so that he comes to see you. Then you will be able to go back home, back to Godhead. कृष्ण या गोलोक और वैकुंठ हमें मिलेगा जब हम सेवक बन जाएंगे. कृष्ण की सेवा से ही we can please him, and he may कोई गारंटी नहीं है. This Prabhupada also used to say, Krishna is not under any compulsion. कि okay, आप 16 माला कर रहे हो तो I will have to give you entry. No, he has free will. It is up to him to allow us or no. We cannot say, अरे हम उनके साथ कोई लॉयर बन के तू मैं नहीं कर सकते. अरे सारे रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल्स किए, इतने सालों तक किए, प्याज लहसुन नहीं खाया, 16 माला किए, आने दो. No, it's up to him. He is not under any obligation. It's up to him. If he's pleased by the sincerity of your effort, he may allow us. He may not. That's where the role of a guru comes in. But the guru is compassionate. That's why a Krishna conscious Vaishnav is far more powerful than Krishna. Serving him, you can request him, can you please help me or take me to Golok? Yes, there is possibility. Then there is possibility. If you are holding the feet of a guru and trying to enter Golok, there is every possibility to go. Because Bhakt ke aage, Krishna is Lachar. In front, he is Bhakta Vatsal. That's why he does not grant bhakti easily. Moksha to bahut jaldi se de dete hain. Okay, here, take moksha, liberation, go. Get liberated. But bhakti nahi dete, because if you are liberated, a liberated person cannot control Krishna. But a bhakt, Krishna comes under his control. The bhakt can order him, do this, and he has to do it. Do you know the position of Krishna? We all know the position of Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Forever begging Radharani, forever requesting her, please, can I do this? And she'll say, no, I don't want to. And then he has to listen to her and go back. He becomes a servant of the servants. ये दास दासानुदास की परंपरा कहाँ से आ रही है? कृष्ण से ही आ रही है. वो खुद ही बने बैठे हैं वहां दासानुदास इन गोलोक वृंदावन. इसलिए आचार्य हमें सिखा रहे हैं कि आप भी ऐसा करिए. Hence, the place of a guru and of devotees is much more higher and precious. Then there is every guarantee that you can go back home, back to Godhead, and therefore it is non-negotiable to have a guru in your life. It's non-negotiable. You have to have a guru in your life if you want to go back home, back to Godhead.
माता जी, I want to ask something. हम मोक्ष जो कहते हैं, मोक्ष मतलब आज जन्म और मरण के चक्र से मुक्त हो गए, अब आपको नहीं मिलेगा.
नहीं, कोई गारंटी नहीं है. मोक्ष इज रद्दी. अभी तो मैंने, that's what I'm saying from the last half an hour, 1 hour. No, there is no guarantee.
क्या करते बोलते भगवान मोक्ष मिले, तो जब
कर्मकांडी लोग बोलते हैं ना, भक्त नहीं बोलते. आप और मैं मंदिरों के चक्कर काट रहे हो ना, भक्तों के साथ थोड़ी उठ बैठ रहे हो. हम तो कर्मकांडी लोगों के साथ कर्मकांड करते हैं. कर्मकांडी लोग बोलते हैं स्वर्ग जाएंगे, हमारे पिता स्वर्गवासी हो गए, हमारी माता स्वर्गवासी हो गई. भक्तों को स्वर्ग नहीं चाहिए, मोक्ष नहीं चाहिए. मोक्ष में देयर इज नो गारंटी. यस, आप निकल जाओगे इस दुनिया से, लेकिन दोबारा आ सकते हो. आते ही हैं, क्योंकि सेवा नहीं करते. ब्रह्म ज्योति में घूमते रहते हैं. कितनी देर तक घूमोगे? फिर नीचे आ ही जाते हैं, क्योंकि ब्रह्म ज्योति में सेवा नहीं है, रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. देयर इज नो लविंग एक्सचेंज एंड सोल कैन नॉट सिट आइडल. सोल को कुछ ना कुछ ऑक्यूपेशन चाहिए ही चाहिए. जब उसे वो नहीं मिलती तो फिर यहाँ आ जाता है, फिर से आ जाता है मातलोक में. गांठ बांध दो इस बात. These words are not in the vocabulary of a devotee.
आज बहुत बड़ा कंफ्यूजन है जो है वो सॉल्व हुआ. मुझे लगता था मोक्ष मतलब आप जन्म मरण के चक्र से मतलब फ्री हो गए. ऐसा नहीं है. मतलब ये तो कोई गारंटी नहीं है. इसीलिए सब कुछ छोड़कर भगवान की सिर्फ भक्ति ही है जो हमें चाहिए और हमें वो करनी है.
भगवान की भक्ति नहीं, भगवान के भक्तों की सेवा. Bhakti is a very misunderstood word. Nobody wants to serve, but everybody says we are doing bhakti. That's not bhakti. Bhakti means seva.
Seva.
And seva is kathin. Seva mein you have to be disciplined. You have to be regular. You have to follow the rules and regulations. If you are not doing it, you are not doing seva. Bhakti is hard. All right, so this is Krishna conscious yogi or devotee
धन्यवाद माता जी.
is the perfect seer. No? Why? Because he sees Krishna in everyone's heart, in the dog's heart, in this cow's heart, in this elephant's heart. Elephant के ऊपर जो महोत बैठा है, उसके हृदय में भी, ब्राह्मण के हृदय में भी, और ये चंडाल साथ में चल रहा है. सबको एक ही दृष्टि से देख रहे हैं. क्यों? Because he is able to see beyond their dress. वो इन सबके अंदर परमात्मा, ये जो बैठे हुए हैं, उन तक पहुंच पा रहे हैं. And thus he appreciates the supreme neutrality of the Lord. And such a vision is perfect. How? Because such a yogi sees equally, because he sees all living entities, although in different situations, according to the results of fruitive work. In all circumstances, remain as the servant of God. ठीक है, वो कहते हैं अच्छा ये अपने किसी कर्म की वजह से इस वक्त डॉग की बॉडी में है, कभी ना कभी तो ये किसी और बॉडी में भी रहा होगा या रहेगा आगे जाके कभी ना कभी. So therefore, I was hearing in a lecture, when you look at anyone, you should consider him a Vaishnav. Because अगर अभी भी नहीं है, अगर सपोजिंग वो अभी वैष्णव नहीं है, फ्यूचर में जाके कहीं कभी बनेगा, कभी ना कभी तो वैष्णव बनेगा. इसीलिए जिससे भी मिलो उसको वैष्णव ही कंसिडर करो, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली ही उनको ट्रीट करो. बिकॉज वी डोंट नो वो कौन है, पिछले जन्म में वो क्या थे और अब क्या बन के आपके सामने आए, हमें नहीं पता. In the material or the external energy, one serves the material senses, but in the spiritual internal energy, one serves Krishna. This is verse 30. So this verse refers to a yogi turning into a pure devotee. He cannot live for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself. A yogi in perfection. उनका क्या विजन होता है? He sees the Lord everywhere. भगवान सब जगह है और everything is in the Lord. सब कुछ भगवान में ही है. The Lord is never lost to him. He is never lost to the Lord. This, what does this show? There is an intimate relationship. हर चीज में कृष्ण. He says, I am the taste of water. I am air. I am wind. I am the colors. तो जहां पे भी नजर दौड़ाओगे, everything is related to him, connected to him. Never loses sight of the Supreme Lord, and he never falls from the path of yoga. He sees Lord Krishna everywhere and sees everything in Krishna. How a Krishna conscious person fulfills the vision of a yogi? By the process of Krishna consciousness. So जो योगी परमात्मा के ऊपर ध्यान कर रहा है, मेडिटेट कर रहा है, वो भी कृष्ण कॉन्शियस ही बन जाता है. Ultimately, he also reaches the same path of bhakti yoga only. Basic principle of Krishna consciousness क्या है? Nothing can exist without Krishna, and Krishna is the Lord of everything. So when you see all separate manifestations of material nature, he is conscious of Krishna, knowing that everything is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. So to summarize, Krishna consciousness क्या है? ये 4 points हैं. Krishna consciousness is a process. ये एक पद्धति है. It's a slow process of development of love for Krishna. जिसके लिए ये दिया है ब्रह्म संहिता का वर्स. प्रेमांजन चुरित भक्ति विलोचनेन. मतलब विलोचनेन मतलब ये आईज जो है, इसमें प्रेमांजन, प्रेम का काजल लगाना है. Second point, it is the position transcendental even to material liberation. मुक्ति, मोक्ष, इन सब चीजों से बहुत ऊपर है. ट्रांसेंडेंटल है, ये सब मटेरियल है. मोक्ष इज मटेरियल. भक्ति इज प्योर, purer than this. It is transcendental. इस दुनिया की नहीं है भक्ति. Third, an intimate relationship between the Lord and the devotee exists. एक personal relationship होती है. That's unique. Only between you and him. In that stage, the jiva can never be annihilated or killed, nor is Krishna ever out of sight of the devotee. Prabhupada is the example of such a devotee. He himself is a living example. And then the last point for everyone, and especially for Preeti, to merge in Krishna is spiritual suicide. मैं कृष्ण में लीन हो जाऊं मतलब अब आप you are committing suicide. In Krishna consciousness, the devotee becomes one with Krishna in the sense that Krishna becomes everything for him and the devotee becomes full in loving Krishna. So, कृष्ण में मिल जाना या कृष्णमय बन जाना का मतलब है अपनी हर सांस के साथ उनकी सेवा करना. Every moment you are serving him. And we stop here. Any questions?